I do a lot of training with vocalists, and today I'd like to share with you about 5 different qualities that we would love vocalists to have on worship teams. Okay, so the first one is about preparation. I'm usually talking to our frontline singers or side micers, whatever your terminology is, but the people who stand along the front of the stage and sing, whether you have 1 or 7 or 10 of them along there. What are 5 things that you would like to set as a goal for all of them? And this might be you that I'm speaking to. The first one would be preparation, is that we're going to encourage them to be prepared, okay? And this is musically and spiritually prepared. Sometimes when I first started singing, I actually didn't know what was to be expected of me. So one of the best things is to ask your worship leader or your worship pastor, what is it that you are expecting of me? And maybe that would be a great place to start for you guys. But I would come in with these following 3 points under the subpoint here of preparation, saying that the first thing is I think we should be able to sing on pitch. So anything we can do to improve our pitch training is going to be helpful. There's probably nothing more distracting in a worship service hearing an instrument or a vocalist singing off pitch. Now, the encouraging thing is that pitch training is something that can be developed. So in some of our vocal tutorials that we've done, we are talking about doing scales repetitively. This is the easiest way to help with pitch training, is singing the same notes over and over again. It's like muscle memory for our voices. So when we're saying, ah, da, da, and this is repetitive and it's nauseating at times and so boring, just encourage yourself in the Lord and say, this is helping my pitch training. So first thing is we want to be prepared as vocalists and we want to help our pitch. Okay, the third thing I'd like to talk about is working on harmonies. So what we do here is some solfege training, or being able to sing the triads in some of our exercises. One of them, it's like he, he. So we're going 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. These are the basic chord structures that harmonies are built from. So when you're singing these exercises, the another one is like, I love to sing. When you're training your voice to sing in these intervals, you're going to find that harmonies will become more and more easy for us to sing, okay? If you're only singing unison in your church, that's totally fine. Sometimes that's the easiest thing until you get into a flow of teaching your frontline how to sing harmoniously together. But again, harmonies can be learned, and singing these exercises will really help with that. Singing thirds apart, sometimes fifths apart, it's going to be really great. So prepare, work on our pitch, work on harmonies training. The last 2 things are memorization. So being able to memorize 2 things, the lyrics and the harmony lines. Okay, so as a vocalist, really want to encourage you, if you can memorize the lyrics ahead of time, it's going to be really helpful, so that you're not thinking about the lyrics and the direction of the song and the congregation and how your tone is, all these different things. If you could just worship and not be worrying about what the lyrics are on the screen or not on the sheet of paper, it's really helpful, and I think that's a really great thing. So the last one I want to speak about is tone, and we call tonal awareness here. One little exercise we like to do to demonstrate the point is find a pen, or just use your fingers like this, an imaginary pencil, and I want you to just sing this note, E, all right? And pretend you're singing it under the pencil. E. Now sing it over the pencil. E. Okay, so I'm going to go under, over, under, over. You can try it with me and look in the mirror and see if your muscles are changing here. So under. So when you're singing under the pencil, your throat should be sort of coming out like this, and the resonance or the tone is dull, okay? And we're looking for singing over the pencil resonance, okay, which opens up and sounds a lot more bright. So working on tone, being able to blend then and sound like one voice in unison. So as singers, being able to develop our tone so that we can listen to one another and blend with one another. Sometimes worship leaders have a high vibrato, try and blend. Sometimes there's no vibrato, try to blend. Okay, so there are our top 5 qualities of a vocalist. Hope you enjoyed this.